What's up, everybody? It's Braden from MotorBiscuit. You join us in an awesome little museum in Southern California called the Marconi Automotive Museum. And if you haven't heard of it before, you should definitely come check it out because some of the stuff they have for your viewing pleasure here is absolutely astonishing. We're going to dive in and take a look right now. Certainly you don't see a Jaguar XJ220 every day. You especially don't see a Jaguar XJ220S every day, but this goes even further because this TWR Motorsports XJ220S behind me is one of only 6 ever built with a carbon fiber body instead of aluminum. So I know we just saw that pink F40 at SEMA, so it may seem like we're just seeing F40s left and right, so I can't really stress enough how crazy it is to see an F40 in general. But here's another one, and it only gets crazier because if you turn the camera that way just a hair, there's an F50 too. Seeing a Ferrari F50 in person is even more rare occasion than seeing an F40. Only 349 of them ever were built and less than 60 made it to the US. I've seen several F40s but never an F50 before, so to see 2 of them in one place that's not some sort of crazy Ferrari hosted event is really insane. Perhaps the craziest thing you're going to run into here is the Cizeta Marauder, and I hope I'm saying that correct, but there's only 8 of these in the world from what we're gathering here, and all 8 of them were sold to the Sultan of Brunei. They have a turbocharged V16 engine, except this one doesn't because it was damaged in shipping, so they just plopped a regular old Ferrari V12 in there instead. Obviously, with all these crazy cars around here, it'd be a little bit difficult to get really excited about a regular old Testarossa, right? Certainly, though, you could get excited about 2 of them. We were just lucky enough to run into John Marconi of the Marconi Automotive Museum, who told us that this is not just a Ferrari 355 race car, but a championship winning one, and they run a non-profit. That's what this whole museum is, and they actually auction off rides through the canyons with him driving it for charity, which is pretty awesome. So if you've got a few thousand spare dollars kicking around the next time they bring the auction to the table, you might be able to win yourself a ride. John also assured us that that is a real Batmobile that actually shoots real fire out of the back. This is actually one of the kits from Knight Rider that David Hasselhoff drove, and that this is an actual General Lee used in the 70s for promotion of the original Dukes of Hazzard TV show. It's one of the ones that didn't wind up getting destroyed. Of course, if you're interested in American muscle, there's no shortage of stuff here for you to see as well and enjoy, but of course, personal favorite right here, the Shelby GT350 1965. A cool, interesting fact about this particular GT350 is if you ever saw the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, the engine noise you heard was not coming from a 67 GT500 called a name I'm not going to say here because there's a lot of legal issues involved, but you heard this car, not a GT350, this car. This engine was sampled for all of the engine noise for the Mustang I got in 60 Seconds. That one. Another Sultan of Brunei cars right behind me, the Ferrari FX. He had Pininfarina make him 6 custom Ferraris. This is the only one that survived, and here it is. It's got an F1 transmission, which that sign over there says costs $1 million just to put that in there, which is pretty crazy. And if you're not familiar with the story of the Sultan of Brunei in the first place, that alone is worth digging into because it's absolutely nuts. It'll help you grasp the concept of just how insane it is that there's 3 cars here in Southern California from his personal collection. Behind me is a pretty run-of-the-mill Ferrari 456 Spider. Oh wait, there isn't that. There's just that one. It's the only one. It's another Sultan of Brunei car. It was custom made specifically for him, and now it's here. Thank you so much for joining us on this awesome little tour of the Marconi Automotive Museum. You can actually follow them on Instagram and see as they work on the cars before they get put into the museum. While you're there, be sure to follow us on Instagram as well at MotorBiscuit Official. Follow us on Twitter at Biscuit Motor. For anything and everything automotive you could ever imagine, visit MotorBiscuit.com. Until next time, my name is Brayden, and I'll see you in the next video.